exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream. Chance I get, you can't change nothing if you don't do that. I pay my taxes even when it hurts. Sometimes I think though it's just getting worse.
All right, baby. Let's get after it, baby. It is Tuesday. I'm so glad y'all are here. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting, and I appreciate it that y'all are here. Anyway, Bart Larson was the first one to jump in. Jeff Curry right behind him. That smart-ass squaw Martha's in the house. Thank you very much, baby. Where'd my mouse go? Damn it. Nancy Halverson is in the room. Jeanette Miller. Bart Larson, let me see. Bruce Preston is here. Dorothy Tyndall. It's been a long day, baby. Dorothy Tyndall, Randy Peterson, woo pig, one more week. Buddy, you're coming back to an oven. It is 103 today, and we ain't getting out of the hundreds for another week and a half, buddy. It's in the forecast. You ain't going to like it when you get back. Anyway, we're looking for you, though. Jeff Curry, let me see. Bart Larson is here. Raylene Allen, BW is here. Teresa Diggum, thank you for being here, darling. Let me see. Deborah Douglas is here. Carol Lowe. Let me see. I gotta scroll. Karen Van Wyck. Look at how many times I've done that. See? I know it. I'm cursing it. I'm so glad you're here, baby. I just love saying that name. Jeff Curry, let me see. Teresa Bartley. Bernadette Free. Thank you, darling. Had a conversation with her earlier. Scott Norlam. Thank you. Sounds like New Orleans. Almost. Anyway, Scott, thank you for being here. Hope you had a great day. Let's see. Let's get on down here because I gotta get into it. Man, Irish Giselle, I seen that name go by. Let me see. All right. Bill Jones is in the room. We always appreciate Bill. A smart man with a smart mind. I'm telling you. Anyway, I hope y'all are having a great day. I'm gonna start out with talking about what's on my mind because that's the best way to go with this shit. And what is on my mind is this Blue Dot family, baby. This Blue Dot family, in the capacity that it has, the love it holds. Love and politics, baby. That's what this family is about. And it showed it. We talk politics all the time. But I don't want to go into details because I don't know how much leeway I have with that. But we had a Blue Dot that was in dire need. And this Blue Dot family was contacted with no small help from Bernadette Pree, who took the reins, as she always does, along with Misha Chick. That's why I cannot do this show without those two ladies, I'm telling you. They took the lead on this, and this Blue Dot family rose up and provided the help that was needed at the moment it was needed. And it just demonstrates so much, and I want to thank everybody that participated in that, It was short notice. And the response was overwhelming. I just want to thank everybody that was involved in that. The love goes deeper, though. I got informed that Linda Ansbach, one of our Blue Dot family members, her daughter had thought the family thought that she had a stroke, took her to the hospital. Turned out that she had a brain tumor, cancerous tumor in her brain, and they had to do immediate surgery. She is going to be facing a long time of radiation and chemo and stuff. She's in the hospital. I understand she's getting better. If you've got a lot of love, thoughts, send out a whole bunch of prayers to Linda Ansbach, and this family wants to lift her up, because that's what this family does, baby. Anyway, it's been a rough 2 days, and today was no different. Let me get my two co-hosts up here where I can. Hello, Miss Chick.
Hi, John. I just want to say it was all Bernadette because I was off internet for a day, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, I thought you was involved in it too.
No.
Well,
no.
if you would have known, you would have been.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sure you would have been. Anyway, I'm glad you're here, Bernadette.
Yes.
So you did take the reins all by yourself.
Well, I just put the word out there, and I helped what I could.
I did
and,
what I could. Yeah.
I know you did what you could, but there were some people in this family that stepped up.
Stepped up big time, baby.
And there was no hesitation.
No.
The call went out, and immediately I got answers to it. And a miracle was made. That's all I can say. And as far as I can say, the results of it seems a bit more positive
Indeed.
than
Let's hope.
when the story first went out. And so I'm crossing my fingers to hear back that it truly is a positive ending to this. And I just want to say to those people that participated, thank you so very much. You have no idea what you did. It's very much appreciated.
Indeed. And it
Yeah.
did. It demonstrated the love that this family has for one another. I always say it.
No doubt. And
The friendships that have been formed within this family go deep. You know,
it was just so amazing to see that it was within a few minutes that I put that note out there and people responded. It was less than 2 minutes, and I am truly impressed with the people in this family and how we look out for one another, because this is what America is all
that's
about.
right. That is what our society is supposed to do, to step in and help people in need. That's what the whole, I don't know. That's why I'm a Democrat. That's why I'm more socialist than anything else.
That's why I'm a Blue Dot.
Yes, that's why I'm a Blue Dot, baby.
And that's what it means to me, is that I know I am not alone in this, and
No.
I just want to let other Blue Dots know that you're not alone in this. We all feel isolated in our little corners of the world, but we have all touched one another's heart. And when this family is in need, it is impressive how
that
it
happened.
steps
Because
up.
this was to a long time family member, and all y'all know who it is. But like I say, I don't want to overstep boundaries on what we know and what we don't know.
It will be known, because that person does want to come and personally say thank you.
Well, we'll let her do that.
Yes.
Anyway, what's going on? Besides Hunter Biden pleading guilty.
Hunter Biden stepping up and taking accountability.
Look at there. Isn't that a strange thing out of Washington?
How about that?
Yeah, how about that? I think that took the wind out of their sails, but not really. Oh, the Republicans are gonna grab hold of this and say, "See there."
Benghazi,
Yes,
Benghazi.
it's going to be a whole situation of the whole two-tiered government, justice system and all that shit. Bullshit.
Right.
He stood up, pled guilty to the charges. He's making a deal on the gun charges that he's going to go through some things for. But yeah, it's It's in the
Um,
news. It's the big thing in the
there,
news is
there,
that.
there
It's
is,
what you do,
there.
John, when you decide to take responsibility for your life.
Isn't
You
that
take
what
care
you're
of the
taught all your
mistake.
life? Now, most
Yes,
of
Okay,
this
but
happened
and
during a
I'm
time in
sure
his
he
life
was
where
too.
he's having a lot
as
of trouble.
as far as there being a two-tier um, injustice system in this country, I agree with that 100%. Only the tiers work like this: there's
Yeah,
one if you have money,
and
and there's
one
one
if
if
you
you
don't.
don't have money.
Hmm.
And
Indeed.
fortunately for Hunter Biden, he has money,
Yeah.
so he belongs in
So
that
he's
tier.
got good
And,
lawyers.
and
Yeah.
he'll pay his tax due, and he'll do his
He's
two
already
years
paid the
probation.
fine
Yeah.
and the taxes that he did not pay. He's already paid that.
Well, gee,
And
I wonder if Trump has accepted the responsibility of paying
are
E.G.
you
and Carroll
shitting
$5 million.
me? Hey,
Yeah,
before we
right.
get to that, let me thank Michael Johnson who came in the room with $2 and said, "Under the shade tree with company. Fuck Trump, fuck Abbott, and fuck DeSantis." Ah,
Oh, by the way,
seems to be a
I
common
want to
theme
say
in there.
a thank you to Michael Johnson because he posted a picture over in Discord and showed us a little bit of his garden and
The
that
man's a
big ass
gardener.
flag he had out there.
I'm
Garden
telling you,
is amazing, but
man's
the
got a
flag
green
was
thumb. I
great.
wish he'd come to my house. Hey, I got work for
Yes,
his ass.
yes.
Shit.
And he has one of those flags that you have that, I don't know who that branding guy is, but fuck
Fuck
Trump.
Trump. Yep, it sits right there. It's there in case I want to run out the door with it and flash
Uh,
it at anybody. Might be
Thank
driving
you,
by.
Michael. That was quite pleasant
That
to
was.
see this afternoon when I logged into Discord. He sent that out for me, and I have to say thank you for that.
Boy.
I got a big kick out of that.
Oh. Well, let's
I-
let's do this right here.
okay.
Yeah, let's do that right there. We see all of us here in the Discord. Y'all, that's why y'all need to come into Discord. Come in here and get in the. If you don't want to come up into the room, you don't have to, but you can sit right down there in the audience and hear every word what's going on. Anyway,
Yep.
Nana, lovely, how are you, darling?
I'm here.
You're here.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm a soldier. Not
Uh,
a saint, you know that.
Yep.
I
get a
did
little
want.
closer to your mic so we can hear you,
Yeah,
sweetie.
Oh, let me turn it up. I turned it down. Is that better?
That's a little better. That's a little better. Now just yell.
Oh, I didn't get enough of that.
I'm just kidding you, darling. You doing all right? Is everything okay?
Oh, it's as good as it's gonna be, but it's never gonna be okay, John.
I know, darling. I know. One day at a
Well,
time,
I
ain't that the song? That's all we can do,
yeah,
baby.
well, in my world, see, Tupac is my spirit, and so life goes on, baby.
Well,
And that's the
There you
answer
go.
I have to hold.
that's what I always say,
But
baby. You got no choice but to adapt. You
I don't
adapt,
don't
overcome, and
know
move
if,
forward, baby. That's all we. That's the only choices we have in life. A lot of us.
anyway, I'd like to make an attempt to pay it forward, and I don't know what conversation I interrupted, and I apologize, but the only way I know to show my gratitude is to have about 5 minutes to just pour my heart out and thank everybody.
Well, you
Those
just
that
let the
stepped
cat out of the bag of who we were talking about. We did not mention who it was. We just said that there
I
was
know
somebody in
talking
this family that
about,
needed the help, and this
and
family
it's
stepped
okay.
up.
You know, I I got my eyes opened yesterday to a very wise woman that gave me a lot of guidance, and I'll love her forever. And her words
Baby, it's just
prepared me. It prepared me,
it's
and I'd
you know.
like to pay it forward because somebody in this Blue Dot family is struggling with some things that they might need to know they're not alone. And if the Blue Dot family doesn't mind, because I sat in my room this Wednesday in torment, and not only did you save my sanity, I think you just saved my life. Because as I sat there, not knowing what to do, but knowing that I needed to know, with this over.
That's
And
that's
I'm sorry,
that's
but on some level, I kind of wish it was. And I hate to say it because I love my daughter,
that's the
but
deal, baby.
so
It's a lifetime
she,
commitment.
she has a mental health illness. She is bipolar since puberty, and I've done everything. Even filing my own ex parte order to get her picked up on the spot as a teenager and put her in a safe place. And I've seen the gauntlet. So we're into a whole new level because her not taking care of her mental health led her first to self-medicating with alcohol,
All right.
and then she grew into very, very bad relationships in 4 years of waiting to get that call. And this very wise woman told me, don't expect her to come back with you.
You know,
So thank you,
we all face a lot of
because
things in life, baby, every day. A lot of people in this family, myself included. We go through things every day that are going to test your heart. They're going to test your
it's
sanity.
important for me to share because as I sat there, it was when I felt, when you play with the sparklers at 4th of July, the little hand sparklers,
All right.
that was the feeling that I was getting dead center in my chest when I texted
Mm,
and I knew I had to do something because that's electrical. And I knew what time it was for me if I didn't. So it wasn't the best outcome, but your efforts were not in vain because I
it's not
have
the
ease
best
of
outcome,
mind.
baby, but it's not the worst one either.
It's not, but I have ease of mind that I could provide a burner phone, little bite to eat. I can make sure that it reads my attempt to explain in every police report, even when I knew she was missing.
Yeah.
I really thought this was it.
It.
Oh,
Nothing will scare you more in life than kids.
oh goodness.
I wrote the other day that the
I
two
have
things.
to walk away if I can with the resolve to get everything I could.
Well, I'm glad that's done.
I
That's the
shouldn't have
easy.
more.
That's the first step. But there's a whole lot more steps to go.
Oh, I know.
But I
But,
have no doubt you're going to be able to help her any way you can. That's what parents do,
well,
baby.
yes,
We do
and
our
I have
best.
to settle 3 angry brothers. But if I just rub an engine or pass the line, they're back with me. I'm okay. It's fine. My son out there, and see, this is another reason I wanted to share because I hope my posts present a more fun life, a more exciting life, but it's all smoke and mirrors.
It is. It is,
My
darling.
life is I
Life
am
is like
here,
that, baby.
and I have to focus on that portfolio that I took out of my own during the pandemic. You know,
Right.
his mom and dad work, I have him, and it's such a joy. And I have that beautiful creature on Thursday. She's graduating. That little girl came in my life at 18, and I fought, and when she was 18 months old, and she was
Yeah.
10, I finally got the legal
Oh,
papers.
no doubt. You've taken on a
And
whole lot in your life.
she
A lot of
became
us Blue
14.
Dots share personal stories and stuff with each other, so we're
And
knowledgeable about what goes on. But believe me,
two hours to
there's not a one of us
one.
having an easy life. I guarantee you. Well, like I
It
say,
was when she
except
was
that Jorge Tire Body guy. I think he's got it pretty easy. No, I joke with him. I joke with him because I love him.
you know,
Anyway,
I didn't know I didn't know any of her family history. It wasn't until she was 14 that I found out she's got anxiety, depression, and we had some really rough moments.
Yeah.
But I'm proud to say I guided her, put her in cosmetology. She was mad, oh, I'm not going. You wait till I do your hair. And I said, I don't care if it looks like a goat ate it. I'm going to say, look at my baby beard. You know?
Yeah.
And now she's spreading her wings. She's graduating with honors Thursday. I have a surprise party planned for her Saturday. And now she can move on, and she's going to go to Florida to find her family.
Good.
But
Good.
I know it was, well, she had a meltdown because when I asked her earlier to pack up some of the stuff in her room, she's like, I don't come back after college. They're not going to save my room. I must
Yeah.
have done a hell of a job because she was raised up in a Lifetime movie with some white people. We don't do that in the hood. We push out, we rent her a room, or we downsize. We're done. So,
Well, I'm glad
so I still have.
I'll
I
just
just
go ahead.
I would have what John, what I saw. Let me tell everybody, it took 1 hour. 1 hour for me to text you, so lost, knowing I just had to drive to get to my daughter. And believe me, there's a 72 Chevelle around the corner I could have hotwired.
Yeah.
That's real quick. But I reached out, and it took 1 hour for this family to come to my aid. I am in such awe. I mean, that's some gangster shit there, John.
I'm just glad we had
So
the
when
opportunity to help you out when you needed it, darling.
yeah, and every time I got weak, I thought about that. And he said, Spartan. Spartan said I walked up in there with my shit together because I knew I had the back of this beautiful family. I love everybody here.
Well, we love you
And
back,
if
baby.
anybody has any moment in their life, if they don't think that they can do and get through, you call me and I don't care what time it is because I want to pay back.
Hey, that's what family does. We answer the phone. That's what we do.
Absolutely.
We answer the phone. Well, darling, I'm glad everything is turning in the right direction. Let's hope it just keeps on going that way. And you know you're in our heart, baby. You're in our heart. So.
In reality, I mean, honestly, it only took 3 hours from distance before I got another crazy call. So, like, it's not over. I know this.
Crazy never ends, baby.
But
just got to get ready for it every day. It pops up one way or another.
It's always the not knowing that's torture.
There you go. It's better to know than not to know. So,
yeah.
On that note, let's talk about what we know. We know Hunter Biden pled guilty. Do we know about Jared Kushner and Ivanka Kushner?
Nope.
Would you like to hear?
Nope.
What do you got?
There's wheeling and dealing going on right now.
Really?
Oh, baby, big money. We're talking billions of dollars. Yeah, because now that we've gotten the Hunter Biden thing out of the way, got to the bottom of all that deception and vile crimes. Yeah, let's start looking at Ivanka and Jarrett and Donald. Donald's been busy. Donald's got a multi-billion-dollar deal going on in Oman. Am I pronouncing that right? Oman, the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Seems Donnie's. They got a luxury resort going there. They're building. They got Trump signs all over the place with Trump's name plastered all over this. Welcome. He's going to have a golf course there, a Trump hotel there. He's made quite a deal. Let me see. I got my notes here because I'm trying to be prepared.
You got notes.
I got notes. Are you shitting me? A multi-billion-dollar deal for luxury condos. The condos are going to sell for $13 million each. So you know where you're going here with this stuff. Anyway.
I have a question, John.
What? Yes.
Did they already have something there? Did Trump already have something there? Because I remember years ago he went over there and I thought he was going to build a Trump Tower thing. Or
They're
something
building
like
one
that.
right
Okay.
on the Gulf of Oman, and yeah, it's a huge project. It's underway right now, and it is very profitable. I'm trying to refresh my memory from all the mushy shit we talk about. Anyway, uh, right after the merge of the Live Golf course with the Live Golf with the PGA.
Yes.
Right after that, Saudi Arabia invested $2 billion in Donnie's project in Oman. Right afterwards. Eric's
Right.
been making quite a few trips over there, to oversee things, because you know how good he is at that ciphering stuff.
Right.
So, got to get him in there. But yeah, the whole deal with Jared Kushner's involved in it. The whole damn family's involved with it. You want to talk about somebody who used the office to further their own interest? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's drag his ass up there. So the way I look at the Hunter Biden story is he's like Bernadette said. He stood up. He pled guilty, and let's get on with the rest of life. You know,
Yeah.
because
You
what
know,
else?
he'll have to do 2 years of probation on the gun charge, but hey,
And I believe that is
How many-
he
how
lied
many
on he
guns
lied on the
does-
form that he wasn't
How
doing
many-
drugs.
yes, that he didn't do illegal drugs. Now,
Yeah.
how many guns does fuck Trump Jr. own?
Oh
Because
Lordy,
that guy
have
coked
mercy.
up every other night.
Yeah,
Okay. Hello.
yeah. He's got him for the defense of his home. In case the masses come roaring across the lawn there, he'll be able
Oh
to
yeah,
take them out. Yeah.
those massive elephants that he's been, posed with. Fucking idiots, I swear to God. And before the show today, I happened to be watching the Fox News interview again.
Oh
And
Lordy.
I tell you, I had to watch it again because that shit was just fucking hilarious.
I only got to
okay?
see the highlights. I have not been able to see the.
Oh,
The
Jesus,
last
this
2
guy's
days
a
have
hot
gone
mess.
fast and furious, and none of it was good. So I'm just.
Well, John, I tell you, it's a good late nighter. It is.
I'm
It's
going
a
to
comedy.
sit down.
It's a
I've
comedy
seen the
special.
clips of it. He's sitting there telling them, "I kept the boxes. They're my boxes. They're, all that other bullshit." Hello, DJ.
Hey, John, I just want to say what a beautiful picture of you and Marcia that is.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
I like that
I
tremendously.
could not. Travis could not believe that photograph showed up on Facebook. He
I was shocked.
he thought Mom was going to be mad. So no, she gave me permission. But the second
Well-
she did, I hit post. So
Well, tell her how beautiful she is. That'll make her feel good about it.
I was tickled to death. For those that haven't seen, there's a picture of both me and Marcia taken yesterday, and we
Great
posted
shot.
it on Facebook for the family to see and whatnot. So
My wife loved her hair.
she got a lot of compliments on her hair.
I did.
Yeah.
Lovely hair.
She hates her hair. She wants to
Aw.
cut it all off. I said
What
no.
is that mean?
I want her hair.
Shit no. She ain't cutting it. That was her hair when I met her. That's the girl I met 46 years ago. So
Wow,
she hasn't changed a whole lot. So
no kidding. She's beautiful.
I think so. Hey, I married up, buddy. It's
Yeah.
obvious. It's obvious in the picture.
We-
What was that Bernadette was asking me? How did you get her?
I said we all could see why you married her, but I can't figure out why
Why
she was with
yeah,
you.
why would pick your ugly ass? I don't know. I wooed her with my I don't know, something.
Didn't you have a Porsche?
yeah, that's it. I had a fortune.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's the
Was
ticket.
the car.
Okay, now I get it.
No, yeah, there was no fortune. Let me
John,
thank
did you catch? Thank you. I
Yeah.
was just gonna ask.
Let me thank Nana Lovely Tammy Ames. Thank you very much, darling. You didn't have to do that. She came in with a $20 donation and said, "If Nana Lovely doesn't get an Oscar, please contact the Academy." This message has been sponsored by a beautiful Blue Dot family.
Oh,
You didn't have to do that, darling. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. Uh,
you were
yeah.
talking about Ivanka.
Yes.
I read the article today about Ivanka and how she's getting her own lawyer and she's distancing herself from her father and she's
Why would
been
that be?
because she's going to get arrested.
Yeah. Because she's going to be tangled up, and so is Jarrett in this shit. You
Yeah,
know, when they start delving into, and I understand the FBI is looking at Jared Kushner now,
sure.
so let's get on with the show. You know, it's some of these, you know, it's pretty obvious. This is what he was doing the whole time he was in office, selling influence, getting he's going to get a new Trump Tower there, and Trump luxury golf course, and all the Trump luxury golf club. You know,
Yeah, well, they're going to look at that really, really
I
closely
hope
with the
they do.
microscope.
Yeah. You see
And they're
any
looking at the
you see any
PGA
George
market
Bush
too.
shit overseas? You know, any
Yeah.
George Bush hotels or golf courses or anything like that? No. No. You don't see any Bill Clinton or Barack Obama stuff? Nothing. Nothing. But Donnie Boy, that's what he lives on. His name. That's all. And he's got this is what gets me. The Saudis invested $2 billion right after the Live Golf Course thing, the Live Golf Club deal was made, because Donnie brokered the deal. So he
Well,
gets a $2 billion investment for his project in Oman, and in the contract, Donnie and his family get a 30-year deal on managing that property. Now, mind you, none of this property is his. He's using his name. That's it. Like every other Trump thing in the world. Some of it's his, but most of it, no. It's just the name that he's.
I'll sell you mine for $5.
Yeah, I'll say you mind. Shit, go out there and
Right?
put it on a building all you want. Shit.
And somehow I think the name isn't worth as much as
I
it
don't
used to.
think so. I don't
Could be a
think so.
downside to that.
As a matter of fact, where's that headline? It says I read it a little while ago. Oh, must have been somewhere. His numbers are going down. His numbers, not much. He's still in the lead, but it's not as strong.
He's got all the best numbers.
Oh,
John.
he's
You
got
know,
the best numbers. You know he does. You know,
According
all
to
the
him,
zeros and
All
all
the
the
zeros.
ones.
all the numbers that you can think of, he's got.
All the numbers. The little numbers.
Yeah, the little numbers, the big numbers, all the numbers are his. Yeah,
and
and that's what
according
he.
to all the trolls, he's on the internet. All the trolls are saying he's going to win this. He's got the numbers, and the fact that he got indicted, man, his numbers are going through the roof. And I looked at it and said, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so, because that's just the first foot. Wait till the next one drops.
Yeah.
And it's just going to keep stacking on them, and they can yell two-tier justice system all they want.
Well, they got
Look at the
that,
evidence.
They have those emails that Rudy was dumb enough to make public when he.
You didn't have to
you know,
say dumb. You said Rudy. So
Yeah, Rudy.
That was, that's.
You know, there's something
same
about
thing.
his case that he did something, and in the discovery, they found emails from Donald Trump trying to get the election. So that's more actual evidence for election fraud for him.
he's
from
his own
those
worst
emails
enemy.
on Rudy's court case.
You know, they're highlighting his little talk last night on Fox News.
Mhm.
You know, pointing it to saying, look, he's doing it again. You know,
Well,
he's admitting to what he did.
Jack Smith is very smart because you know what he didn't do?
What?
He didn't indict him for distribution. Now, if the court case in Florida with this Judge Cannon goes awry, he can turn right around and indict him for distribution of classified materials for the Bedminster.
Well, now he's saying he's out there saying that wasn't classified documents he was waving around. That was just newspaper clippings. You know,
Well, I don't think so.
yeah, I don't think so either.
Apparently, whomever he was talking to in the office at the time is also a witness, and they haven't brought a Bedminster case yet.
Yet,
But the operative word is yet.
yet.
Yeah.
Right.
And that could be what happens if Eileen Cannon tries to screw up the case in Florida. They could drop Bedminster on him and still send him to jail. So
Jail.
that would be up in New Jersey or whatever. I don't know what district that is with the courts, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
January 6th is waiting to fall, plus Atlanta's waiting to fall.
You got,
He's
I
just in
think there's
line
more
for a
cases.
bottom.
Think there's more out there that we don't even know about yet.
I hope so.
There's just too much. And I think the
Or two.
January 6th case is going to be the key, because I think it is going to involve a conspiracy.
Yeah.
And it takes more than one person to have a conspiracy. So it's more
Yeah.
than Donnie.
Yeah.
You know, Mark
There-
Meadows has already flipped. He's running his mouth
Well,
about
even
who
Adam,
else is in that little group.
even Adam Schiff is out there criticizing the Department of Justice because they didn't go after the heads of the January 6th insurrection, which is Trump and his buddies. They waited so long to go after him, and that some of the people are pissed, including Adam Schiff.
Right. Oh, there's no doubt in my mind whatsoever of what he's been doing. I don't think
they've
there's a
been
doubt in
putting
any
all
of our minds.
protesters in jail, but they haven't gone for the head of the snake yet.
Well, we need to get the head of the snake.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, let's get all the little baby snakes in there too.
Yeah.
The little Ivanka snake and the little Jared snake. Eric's in there. Hell, let's just get, where's
Yeah,
Melania? Get out here. What have you been doing, lady?
I mean, they're involved in all the civil cases, but so far they are not involved in any of the criminal cases. The little snakes aren't yet.
Not yet, but I do. I think there's more coming for Jared and
I hope.
Ivanka. These
Donnie,
back deals
too.
they were making, they came out of Saudi Arabia with two billion. Are you shitting me? Tell me what you did to get that.
They were like they got into office and they were like in there going, "Oh man, this is a big playground. I can just do anything I want," and they just went crazy.
Yeah.
Amusement park almost, where they could ride all the rides and make all the money.
I think the tide is going to turn, my friend. I really do.
I hope so.
I think we're pretty confident. Pretty confident. Lord, why do I even question that? That he will get elected again. I have a very low expectation of him even coming close to getting elected. But again, it's not about getting elected, it's about raising his army. That's what he's doing, because he's hedging his bet. If he doesn't get elected, he's going to have his little army to fall back on. That's what his plan is.
Well, will he have it or not? If his support is failing, I don't know.
I just think, overall, there's a headline right in front of me, and I can't help but think about that headline and how this is going to play across the nation. And this headline says, Federal Judge Strikes Down Arkansas Ban on Gender-Affirming Treatment for Trans Youth. All right, all this bullshit that's going across the red states, and, they're down in Florida, don't say gay, they're going against transgender. It's not your fucking family, buddy. These are families, these are people that Republicans are trying to hurt as much as they can. But it's not gonna work. We saw same-sex marriage passed in states that everybody thought, oh no, they ain't gonna do that. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
When they're children, they need the love of their parents, and even if they're gay, their parents need to support them and love them and take care of them.
That's
and
the
do whatever
deal.
they need.
That's the deal as a parent. You can't. If your child is, in my opinion, if your child is born gay and you try to chase the gay out of him, you're not going to be successful, and you're hurting that child. You're
Really?
demonizing that child for who he is or who he or she is. In my opinion, that just
You're messing up that particular child's mental faculties for the rest of their life.
Sure.
They're going to suffer.
They're going to carry that baggage for the rest of their life.
And the scars are going to be mental, not
If
physical.
they can't turn to their parents, what are you saying? If you can't go to your mom and dad and tell them what's in your heart, what you feel, what are your parents supposed to do? Beat it out of you or something?
The last statistic that I read for children who are having a problem identifying what sex they are, not physically, but in terms of their perception of themselves.
Mm,
40% of those, if they don't have good support, commit suicide.
Yeah.
And suicide is a big claimer of lives in the young community.
It
Yes.
is.
it, excuse
It's,
me, you guys.
heh,
I need to make a public service
please do.
announcement.
Sure.
Okay.
It's a
And bear with me
statement.
for a moment
Okay.
because we have an issue going on. I would like to tell everybody in the YouTube chat who has been timed out or recently been timed out, I apologize. It is not something that you have done, and it is not me that is timing you out. We have moderators here, and occasionally one of them gets a little shaky hands. You know how older people get? Well, yeah, okay. Um, I don't want to call out that person, but it is nothing that you guys are doing wrong, and I need for you not to get upset. We have to be patient, and we will get this worked out. And I apologize. I personally apologize for anybody that's been timed out in this way. It is nothing that you have done. Please be aware, okay?
Okay. I
I
did
love
not know there
all
was
you
something going
guys,
on.
and I know you didn't,
No.
but people are asking, why you got timed out and things like that. You've done nothing wrong. Sometimes things just happen, and until we get this worked out, and we will get it worked out, I'm going to apologize because I'm pretty much head moderator around here, and I just need you
Yep.
guys to know it is nothing that you have done, and please don't get upset.
Yeah, don't take offense. Evidently, it was just a
Yes,
mistake.
it's a
So,
mistake, you guys, and I'm really sorry that this is happening,
there you go.
but we will get it worked out.
Don
Okay,
Cheeto says
please
it's
be
the deep
patient.
state. That's what it is.
Okay,
They jumped in here and
thank
they
you.
messed with us.
Yes, deep state.
Deep state. That's what it was. Conspiracy. Let me
Okay.
thank Keith Thompson, who just came in with a $5 donation and said, I want to see Trump's tax returns, then Ivanka, and Don Jr.'s laptops. Oh, yeah, let's get into some laptops. I'm all for that shit. Let's turn them over and see what you got on yours.
Well, while
Uh,
we're talking to YouTube, I'd like to ask Bill Joins if he would put those dates again, those court dates back up. I know I saw them earlier through the chat, but I lost them.
for Donnie's trial,
Yes.
mid-August is, is all I know right now.
Well, there was 3 different dates that he had up
There's
there.
2 court dates he's got going on. So,
Yeah. And if he would just kindly type those back in, that would be terrific.
That would be terrific, but and it, what it is I'm looking at a headline. Let me see, right here, you can see it right there, and it says Trump won't be going to trial in August or anytime soon. That's on MSNBC. There, I haven't read the article yet. I just got in here and turned it on, and that was one of the headlines. That's the game he's going to play. He's going to play
Right.
delay. He's going to file every motion under the sun. He's going to do everything he can to
Well,
disrupt
aren't
this trial.
some of the court dates sometimes about that, about filing motions and
Yes,
stuff?
yes, she's already,
Okay.
as I understood, she's already put notice out that they have another week or something like that, or until a certain date, I can't remember what, to prevent motions and filings.
It
Okay.
is surprising to see that
August
what's
14th.
her name? What's her name? Aileen Cannon
Yes.
is moving on this and not delaying it. She's not trying to delay anything. She's trying to get this shit started. She knows she's being watched.
There
like
you
a
go. She
hawk,
knows
and
she is under
she
the microscope.
knows. Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
So, it's good to see her doing her fucking job that she
the way
has
she's
not
supposed to do it. I
qualified.
want to see that continue.
Yeah, that she's not
You know,
qualified to
because
do.
that's all
Um,
we're all looking. Everybody's waiting to see if she's going to make some decision that's going to be beneficial to Donnie in a way that should not be handled that way.
Well, she dropped the first motion down to the magistrate, didn't she? Where the gag order that Jack Smith requested on pertinent to documents
Yeah,
that
the
are
information that's in
relevant
those.
to Trump.
That's going to be a.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that son of a bitch can't keep his mouth shut. He'll do
No.
something.
Hello, James.
Hello.
Glad
Hello.
to have you in the conversation. Yeah, he's going to do something. You know, he can't. Last night demonstrated that he can't keep his mouth shut. You know, but again, he's playing to a different jury. He's playing to his minions. He's got to keep those supporters of his, that maggot crowd out there, on his side. It's the only way he can grift off of them.
Gotta fling the fear.
Yep. Yeah.
But that's not enough to get him where he wants to be. Unless, like you said, if he wants to start a war, yeah, they'll work for that. But as far as getting elected, I think
You know,
That's the only
as the
game plan he's
conversation is
got,
going in
Nico.
the chat, Jack Smith is not fucking around. He's not
yeah.
playing around, baby.
And Trump is gonna fuck around and find out.
Yeah, that's
Okay?
exactly what's going to happen. That's exactly what he can play this out on TV all which way he wants to. It's when he gets into that courthouse that's going to make a difference in the way it's looking, and more of his own people are coming out and talking. Yeah, it looks pretty cut and dry, and he's admitting to it.
What I hope is that Cannon realizes that if she does anything that is prejudiced, he's supporting a traitor who's been indicted under the Espionage Act. I don't think she wants to be associated with that in trying to help a traitor.
You know, that's why I always say, you know, these judges, if they get a lifetime appointment, why would you want to tie your ass and be known to somebody who's going to be gone? You know, the Supreme Court's got to look at it the same way. Why you want to diminish your reputation as a judge by doing him favors when you know his ass is gone? One way or another, whether he goes to jail or not, that's the question I have. Is he guilty? I'm ready to put me on a jury, baby. I'm ready to hang his ass.
She was very green when she got on the bench, and
Yes.
hopefully,
Yes, she did not have.
hopefully her eyes are opened up and she sees what the fuck it is, what he is. Maybe.
Yeah, and no matter what she did in the past for him, she's now going to be labeled as supporting a traitor.
Well,
helping a traitor.
she's been labeled as somebody who was not doing her job before. When
Right,
the
but this
appellate
is
court
worse.
had to overturn her for, you know, appointing somebody to a special master to go over the documents.
Yeah, that
No,
was
no, no, no.
prejudicial misconduct that she should have been taken off the bench for. She wasn't. But in this case, she's really going to
I
get
think
in trouble.
she's got her
got
feet
something
held to
like
the fire. You either do it right, or you know, well,
Yeah.
you know, DOJ could come in and request her a change of judges.
that. Yeah,
if
well,
she
she's already
demonstrates
said that
anything.
she's not going to accuse herself. She's already said that.
Yeah. Well, she
So they'll
better play the game the way it's supposed to be played. The rules are
Not
set.
a game. Not
Huh?
a game.
What I'm worried
Yeah,
about
nothing.
is what witnesses and testimony she will allow. She may try to keep out some of the testimony that we really need to get in there to convict him. In that case, if I were Jack Smith, I would ask for a recusal.
Yeah, the question is going to be how they're going to handle the classified documents itself. How do you approach a jury with the information when that
That's a
information
good
is
question.
classified? You know, that's
Good
going to be a big question that this court is going to have to face. That we're going to
How
have to
did
deal with.
the other spy trials?
What's that?
How did the other spy trials go with respect to that? Alder James
I
and the other.
can't think in my head how other might have gone. I know there are several people in prison for mishandling documents, for releasing classified information. So
Oh, one lady said that her daughter took one document and got 4 years in jail for the one
was that
document. that she
reality
took.
winner.
Yeah,
was
the
one.
reality one.
Yeah.
Exactly. Her.
And that was to let the public know that Russia was influencing our election. That wasn't even anything. That was stuff that we should have already known.
That we should have been informed of
I mean,
anyway.
come on.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, there's a difference between what she did and what Donnie had.
Yes.
I don't. Yeah, I'm watching these Republicans tie themselves in knots trying to bypass all this shit. All you have to do is look at that document, look at the indictment, and look at the information he had, the documents he had. Now, none of us can read those documents, but we can damn sure read the title in the charge. And it like his own attorney general said, if even half of it's true.
Here's the thing, is that willful retention of documents, especially when they're of national security um, status, it does not matter the classification of those documents. It doesn't matter if they're
No.
top secret. It doesn't matter if they're confidential. It doesn't. None of that shit
He's
fucking matters.
not to have
The
them.
only thing that matters is his intent on keeping the documents. And if you watched that interview the other night, he purposely kept the box.
I
with the
saw the
documents.
few clips I
That's the
saw.
proven
He's sitting there
intent in court.
admitting it.
And
Yeah.
and that's all it's really going to take to convict his ass, even on one
Yeah.
charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
To prove intent in court, but you don't have to because he proved intent.
He's doing it himself
All of Donnie's words will be used against him in a
in
court
a
of
court
law.
of law.
He can't put in a defense when the trial's going on.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of
Jack
court,
Smith can take everything that he's already said and use it against him. This shit has already been played out according to Donnie's own damn words.
Yep.
He's toast.
Everything that's happening to him right now is on his own, of his own doing. You know,
Yep.
we've already discussed the fact that he could have turned over them
It's
documents
just
when he
like
got
when Brett asked him,
Yeah.
why didn't you just give them back?
Why didn't you give them back?
After a year of them asking for, I was negotiating. No, it took a year before the
don't
FBI
negotiate.
came out and infiltrated your swampland there.
There you
Okay? It took a year.
Republicans. These fucking Republicans, they want to keep on talking about a two-tiered justice system. Yes, it is a two-tiered justice. Because,
You're
hey,
absolutely right. Yeah, it is.
do you think they would negotiate with us?
No,
any of us,
no.
If we
Your
had a
ass
fucking
be
document?
your ass would be under the jail.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
Well, they
Bernie,
want
that
to
was right. There is a
negotiate.
two-tier
He just
system:
wanted
those
to
with money and
negotiate.
those without.
That's it.
That's the
That's it.
two-tier system here, and they exploit that system. You know, it's you know, shit.
John, why don't you play catch up real quick?
Let me catch up real quick because Johnny Fly came in the room and donated $5 and said, "I'm so glad that attitudes have changed for the positive in the 21st century. Let's keep it that way by voting blue, all blue. Happy Pride Month and fuck Trump." And dude, baby, and I think that little statement
Thank you, John.
from the federal bench striking down Arkansas's ban against transgender youth care. Are you shitting me? You're not the parent. Get the hell out of the house. Leave the parents up to it.
Well, and Bill posted those court dates for me. Thank you, Bill. July
Thank you,
24th.
Bill.
2 dates in August. He doesn't have the actual days. We don't know, but there's 2 dates in August, and October 24th and March of 2023. Or would that be 2024?
That'd be 24.
Yeah.
Oh, you know we're
think
going to
that-
move this. This is going to move right into 24, probably right into
Oh,
the middle.
sure.
Yes.
It's going to continue on into 25. Are you
And the
kidding?
chant all the way will be political. He's trying to take out his political opponents. Biden's trying to use weaponization of the DOJ. That's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
If somebody tried to weaponize the DOJ, I think I know who that was. That was Donnie. That was Donnie. Yeah, he tried very much to turn the DOJ into a personal weapon of his.
Also, the IRS.
Donnie and
Yeah.
137 others in Washington, D.C.
There you go. Yes, I don't want to forget those
He also
people.
did it to the IRS because there were the 2 people that didn't do what he wanted, and he got those 2 people, got the IRS to do a deep audit. A deep audit, man, and that's when they're going after you to put you in jail.
Let's get after it.
I don't know who the 2 people were, but they were his political enemies.
Let me thank Alan Roberts, who came in with $3 Canadian. Thank you, Alan Roberts, all the way up in Canada. Thank you very much. He says, construction workers, bring your own water. Yes, fuck Trump and fuck Abbott. There's the Republicans for your ass. You need water, kiss your ass. Get back to work. Wipe your brow and then lick your hands. Yeah, it's the same thing. Don't worry about it. Yes, there's a controversy
That,
going on.
that's a ridiculous law that Abbott just signed. Oh my God! And you wait till people start dropping on
Yeah,
at 115 degrees out there in the
yeah.
middle of
Oh,
fucking Texas.
It was 114 degrees in San Angelo, Texas today.
Wow.
114. Tell me this ain't something going on with global warming. Are you
John,
shitting me? Yeah.
I saw
Hey, fill
I
me in
saw
on
the
what was that law?
And yesterday here at my house in Northern California, it was in the 50s and it fucking hailed.
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Yeah, she told me that
Wow.
earlier. We turned on our heater. What? Kiss my.
Yeah,
Are you
I'm
shitting me?
turning on my heater, in the 19th of fucking June.
Could you get
Hello?
some of us in as to what the law was that you're talking about?
This law that Abbott just signed about not giving construction workers a water break
Yeah.
while they're on the job.
the
What
law
the
said
fuck?
Why
that
why is that even anything you would disturb?
Why
really.
You know,
is
that's a
that
good
a
question.
fucking
Why would
law?
you do it? Why would you do something
Because
stupid
there's
like that?
probably a whole lot of construction workers saying that, hey, it's hot out here, boss. I want to go take a break. And they're saying, no, get your ass to work.
Well, you do realize that construction isn't like being in a manufacturing plant, right?
No.
It's
You're,
just a different whole beast, and you drink when you need to drink water.
you would think so, huh?
Hello?
Have you ever
Yeah.
worked
Yeah,
construction,
I
John?
apologize because all I saw was the headline of that and the tag under it. I did not get to read the article. The last 2 days have been very hectic for me. I'm getting to the point where I think I've almost handled everything where I can get back into being concerned about the news because sometimes John doesn't just have time to read the shit. And I'm way behind on a lot of crap, so my apologies for not keeping up with all of it. But
Well, that whole heat thing,
yeah,
it's across the globe. They have already
yes,
lost
Europe.
170 people in India from heat.
yeah, I've seen
Because
the toll in India.
it's
And
been
it's
in the triple
also
digits there
Northern
for a
Europe
long time.
too. The Northern Europe heat is what's causing El Nino. They said that's fueling El Nino, and what's El Nino doing? I guess there was a new tropical depression, yesterday or today? So now
Yep.
California.
Yeah, we got a name out there. I can't remember the
What
name.
is it?
I can't
I
remember the
didn't
name.
see
It's still out in the
Oh.
mid-Atlantic. I've seen the projection. I don't like it. Anytime any of it goes south of Cuba, yeah. When it's
Do
down
you know
there
what
in
letter it starts with yet?
huh?
Do you know what letter it starts with yet?
I think a B.
Yeah,
B?
it's the
I
second
think it's a
one.
B. I can't.
Okay.
I just can't remember. Let me see. No, I don't have it in here. My phone. I was going to check the weather channel, but I don't keep it on this computer. Yeah, it's a name storm out there. It's they're downplaying the possibility that it's going to have any significant damage or significant strength once it reaches the Caribbean, but they lie.
Okay.
They lie all the time. So yeah, anytime there's a storm out there in the Atlantic, John's watching it. I don't have to watch it precisely right now, but right now I know the general direction it's going in, and I don't like it. You know, anytime they stay way south, I'm nervous.
Batten down and stay when there's
Nancy
a
Halverson, thank you very much. Hurricane Brett.
Brett.
I knew
Okay.
it started.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Do
It
you
is the
leave
B.
or do you stay, John, when there's a hurricane?
I don't. Is it a hurricane yet, or is it tropical
No,
storm?
no. I'm saying if there was one, would you leave or would you stay in your house?
Oh no, I ain't going nowhere.
You stay
For
there.
a
Huh?
hurricane, you
I'm not.
wouldn't leave?
I'm not staying in this house. I'm going to be
Oh.
at Travis's house. Yeah. Travis's house is solid steel. Solid steel. Roof, walls, everything. Tree could fall on it, and you'd go, huh? Something fell on the house. That's about it. So yeah,
Is it on stilts too?
no, no.
No.
It would be. It would be. You know, if the river rose that high, yeah, then we you know, his house would actually be the last piece to go underwater if we got that kind of water. So again, probably the best place to be, and I'm right here after the storm. So walk
Well,
out the
maybe
door
if
and
you
see
look
what you got
yourself.
left. You know, we've been through several. You know, it's when you live down here, that's the fear. but I've said it over and over and over again. Give me a hurricane any day of the week. I can see it coming. Them tornadoes and shit, them earthquakes and shit. No, they happen right now. So, no, I'd rather have the time to look out there and go, hey, looks like it's coming this way. So, to get ready for it. But right now,
Well, we're in the middle of our drought here in Missouri. The ground is very dry. It rained day before yesterday, but the next day when I went out in the morning, the ground was packed hard and solid. It's like no water hit it at all. And they're all upset because the 4th of July is a couple weeks away, and they're going, if it doesn't rain.
We are projected over 100,
about
about 103 in that area for the next week and a half. And the only reason it's going to dip down to 90 after that is projecting a little rain. So, but for the next week and a half, yeah, it's going to stay like this. Not just for me, everybody, especially in the southern, in Texas.
Well, I have to tell you, I lit the railroad embankment where the track goes down. It's lifted up above the road.
Right.
One summer when I was about 14 or 15, I threw a firecracker and it caught that railroad. It's the grass on the side of that railroad on fire, and it started spreading. And I took my coat off and I'm chasing this fire as it goes down the side of the embankment, trying to put it out. And the guy across the street in the house is yelling at me for doing it. What are you doing?
Well, you should get out there and spank your ass. That's what you should have done.
And then
Trying to
finally,
burn the neighborhood down there. What are you doing?
I don't know how
You
I did
kids
it,
with your explosive devices, I'm telling you.
Finally, I got it all out. I don't know how I did it because I was getting ready to go call the fire department because it was spreading faster than I could run.
Yeah.
But I finally got it all out. Man, that was a scary thing.
JWB 52Z says it's been 107 or 108 in his part of Texas with the heat index. Our heat index, I think, was about 113 today. Was our heat index.
John?
Yes, sir.
Y'all have to remember.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
I was
James.
just going to ask you a weather-related question. Back when old Cancun cruise skipped off to Cancun, did that affect you back then?
Yes. That storm?
It did?
That storm, it didn't hit us. If it's the one I'm thinking of, no, it went over towards Rockport and
The snowstorm, the blizzard or whatever it was, and it took the power.
Shit. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
No, I
was-
can't think right now. Shit.
That was when the guy in the church there and
Oh, that's right. It was a weather event. It was a cold front.
right.
Yeah, that's what it was. It came down.
That's
Yeah.
when your pipes froze.
That's
wasn't
that's when my pipes froze. That's when Texas lost power. A good part of Texas
Right.
lost power. Yeah, our governor rushed right in and fixed that problem. Yeah, right.
Big Texas freeze.
There's a lot of Texas without power right now and have been for days in this heat.
What's the common denominator there?
What
Weather?
could be the common denominator?
Hey,
Hot,
you know,
cold?
freezing in
it's a
Texas.
power grid that hasn't been upgraded.
Yeah.
Texas has you look at power grids across the United States. There's the eastern part, the northern part, the western part, and then there's Texas. We have our own power grid.
And that's a
See,
mistake.
By the
I-
way, you guys, I heard a report today. Speaking of power, that sun and wind energy has surpassed coal energy so far
Hooray.
in production in 2023 so far.
Let's
And,
put old
and
Joe,
that's a great thing.
old Joe Knockrat out of business. You
I'm
know?
just thinking about Manchin
Hey.
being upset.
That's
Oh
what
well,
I'm
you know, I'm so
Yeah.
upset. I'm so upset for Manchin.
Yeah.
Can anybody say fuck Manchin?
Did you say fuck Manchin?
I did
I
say
think
fuck
she
Manchin.
said fuck Manchin. Guy can
That
go
hurt
piss up a road.
That hurt my ears. That really hurt
Well,
my
I will give you
I'm sorry.
the good thing about West Virginia.
Oh God.
And West Virginia produced a woman. Her last name was Johnson, and she worked for NASA all of her life. And she is the person who worked on the space program. And she was a savant when it came to mathematics. And she calculated all the tracks, the orbital tracks, all the moon launch and all that. And you probably saw the movie about
Yes.
her, the Invisible or something like that. Was the name of it. Great movie. I just saw it a couple
Yeah,
days ago.
it is a
I
great
watched it
movie.
every time I can.
Yeah,
I
she
watch
was
it.
a black
I watch
woman.
it.
She was
Yes,
she was
three
very
of them.
intelligent, but because she was
Yeah.
black, well,
One became an engineer.
didn't
She
get into
became
the white club up there with the rest of the
yeah,
engineers, and they
right.
treated
One
her
was
like
an
shit.
engineer, and the other was the head of supervisor over the entire computing
Look at
program when they
Gene
brought the
Shanky
IBM
and the
in.
Gene Shanky
So
in the
those two ladies
chat
were
just going on over there.
exceptionally intelligent, unbelievably
I've
so.
seen that. Did y'all see that?
I
What?
did.
Gene Shanky in there in the chat. Just God, fuck Trump all
He's
over.
gonna end up in Facebook.
You're gonna end up in Facebook, Jelly Kid. I seen her
You'll tell her
picture.
to come over to YouTube.
I saw
She
her
stayed
picture.
in YouTube.
I
I'm
seen
gonna
Gene
use it
Shanky's
as a dog
picture
is in a box.
when I posted Marcia's picture. Gene put her picture underneath, so I got to see Gene. So,
Oops, she says.
oops. Ain't no oops around here. Y'all forgive me. It has been a rough day, baby.
You're forgiven.
I don't often do that. But it is what it is. It's oh
Shame
man.
on you, John.
Huh?
Shame on
So
I know,
our
baby. I know.
our lovely first lady
Jill
did a
Biden.
Yes.
roundtable today. Did anybody catch it?
Jill
She did a
Biden.
what?
She hosted a roundtable discussion.
Did not
I saw a bit of it, a news clip of her speaking.
It
Again,
was about
I
the
haven't seen the news thing.
impact of overturning Roe v. Wade, and she had, I think it was 5. There was another lady that was kind of the moderator, but there was 5 women that told their stories, and I only got through 2, and I was sobbing. So it was how it impacted their lives, because people, abortion isn't about birth control, it's about women's health care.
Yes.
These women would have died had they not had abortions, and some of them almost did.
Well, the
Because
way
it had
they
to
look
wait
at it,
till
what
the
a small
last
price to
minute
pay.
because of this.
Yeah.
Had to literally be dying, and still get me going again. But anyways, it's really nice. I think you could probably see it on C-SPAN or YouTube if you type in Jill Biden Roe v. Wade roundtable. Would probably make it pop up. I don't know. But I started looking at Idaho. They the hoes. They're getting so bad with their abortion laws there.
Yes. They're pushing this to the max. The abortion issue and the transgender issue. Because they think it's low-hanging fruit for them.
Well, it's getting so foul there that doctors are leaving the state because they can't do their jobs. And they're afraid to do their jobs.
Mississippi. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I lived in Idaho when I was a kid. Beautiful, beautiful place to live, but I would not.
Not anymore.
I would not go back there now if you paid me $1 million. I wouldn't live there.
Well, and they've done things like they passed a law. Now, I don't know if it's still on, if it's being battled. I'm sure it's being battled. But they passed a law deputizing citizens as vigilantes to turn in doctors who terminate a pregnancy.
Oh, that's a grand idea.
Isn't that a grand
That's
idea?
a
Now you can see
grand
why the doctors
idea.
are leaving, right?
Yeah, let's turn citizens against doctors.
They have another one,
Cats.
House 242 makes it a felony to help a pregnant minor seek an abortion out of state. Doesn't say whether it's your parent or not. It don't matter.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
Oh my God.
No, that's the direction they're going in, baby.
They are. They finally heard a little bit of the message, and they passed a House 374, like, to fix it. But, like, really, it's all about ectopic and molar pregnancies can be treated. Like, oh, thank you. That was so nice of you to choose to.
Mr. Chick, can I clarify something on ectopic? Most people think an ectopic pregnancy is out on the outside of the uterus. It can also be attached to the wall of the intestine, which is even worse. They have intestinal ectopic pregnancies too.
Right. It's not where it's supposed to be, is what happens. It's just not where it's supposed to be. It's not in the uterus proper. And a molar pregnancy, I did look that one up, and it's just the cells run afoul, and it starts developing these quite literally like grapes. You know, they look like grapes, but they're not. They're not really going to do anything, but they can cause a woman to have problems with pregnancies in the future and stuff. I mean, they need to get taken out. So yeah, there's all sorts of reasons. I mean, it's women's health care. It's all the women at the round table wanted their babies, but they couldn't keep those babies. There was something going on with the pregnancy or with the developing fetus where it was not going to be viable. And they're just heartbreaking stories. You know, they didn't go and just have an abortion because they didn't want to have any babies. No, that isn't what
Well,
it was about.
that's the way the Republicans push it. Is that
Yep.
you're just a slut who got pregnant and you just want to kill the baby. That's the way they push it.
Exactly, John.
That is
You just
exactly the
nailed
way they
it.
try to sell it.
You know, recently there was a case down south, and I can't remember if it was in Alabama or Louisiana, but one of them states down, one of the stand states, that the woman was about to have a baby, and the baby had no brain, and they forced this woman to have this
Yes.
child anyway, and immediately the child was going to die. That
Within
is,
an hour. Within 1 hour, that child would die. And you know why I know that, Bernadette? My daughter had that same condition, and this was before Missouri banned abortions. Right now, she would not be allowed to have an abortion, but my grandson would have been born without a brain, and they can only last within 1 hour of birth. They're going to die.
yeah, and you
And
know,
that's
these
the
are
hardest
these are
thing you've ever been
genetic
through. But she
genetic
had
things that happen to these children in vitro, and you know, it's not caused by something that the mother has done wrong or anything else. It's
There
shit
are a
that
myriad
fucking
of
happens in the
reasons.
world, and it's
No,
been happening ever since women have been having babies. And
Ever
you know,
since Adam and Eve.
but we have all these men up in these red state legislatures that are passing laws that control women's bodies. And I say, for one moment, you don't have to have a baby, just have a fucking
Have
period.
a fucking heart.
Okay?
Have a
Yeah.
fucking heart.
But have a period,
You
and
know,
then you tell me
it's-
what it takes to have a
But
baby.
that's all they have is the social issues. Whether it be abortion, whether it be, like I said, transgender, gay right, anything. Those are the social issues. And the abortion one, they're pro-life right up to the time it takes a breath. And then they could give two shits about it.
Well, I'd really like to be in charge of some of men's ability to have children. I'd take care of a few things and a
Well,
few people.
Yeah,
Cut back on that Viagra shit.
We can
Wouldn't
do
you- I
some
mean, you
snip,
know,
snip, snip.
God don't want your pecker to get hard. Well, that's up to you and God. You know? You think they'd go crazy? Yeah, yes they would. Yes they would.
Yes, they would. Don't touch that.
Don't touch that.
little
That's
blue
my
pill.
drug. That's my drug. So leave that alone. Yeah, you know, the mere fact that we have a vast majority of men who are making laws over issues that don't concern them. They concern women. And
Hey, Miss Jake. I'm sorry.
you know, for a man to be able to have a pill that makes him, you know, get hard for whatever, him, whether he takes that pill or not, it's not going to cause a life-threatening situation in his body. Whereas some of these, like a topical pregnancy, or and I know because I had one, okay, which are painful as hell to experience something like that. But a woman is supposed to suffer in her body while trying to carry a pregnancy that's not viable. She's supposed to suffer and carry it to term. But a man getting hard is not going to threaten his life.
No.
This is bullshit. And I wish that women in this country will rise up and change the way that they vote in these legislatures, in these states, because if this continues going down this path, which they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop until people are
No,
dying. We are going to
People are
die in this
dying.
country.
they
The
are.
people are dying in this country. Babies are dying in this country at the hands of Republicans.
Hmm.
Wish I had a
Yep.
list of every one of them congressmen and senators that have paid for their girlfriends to make a trip to a doctor.
Well, and here's
I'm
the other
just
part.
saying.
The other small part is they're so all about, at conception. But yet, okay, we go in and we get checked and whatever, and they find out in the fourth month, maybe the fifth month, there's something wrong, and it's not going to be a viable pregnancy.
Yeah,
But yet,
yeah. Most of the
so
time,
it's
you're
not going
you're
to be
way into the
viable. It's
pregnancy
gonna,
before you find out those things.
well, no, it's like DJ said. They know it'll only last maybe an hour outside of the
Outside the
uterus,
womb.
and so they're going to make this woman suffer this consequence
Yeah,
in the most horrible way to give birth to a child that either already is deceased or will soon
Yeah.
be
Or will be.
deceased.
yeah. And
Make you sit
sometimes
out.
sometimes
make-
they
What
die
kind of art is
inside.
that? All in the
But
name
the
of
wo-
no abortions. In no way.
But a woman who is carrying around a inviable fetus and or a dead fetus inside of her has to get septic before
Yeah.
she receives help.
Yes, she has to.
That's
Yes,
what
she
I was
has to
gonna
be in
say.
critical
Hey,
condition
hey.
before they'll do that.
They make you sit out in a goddamn car in a parking lot and wait till you go fucking septic before they bring you in there and do something to you. That's bullshit.
It is the fear that doctors have
You know,
of lawsuits that are going to be filed if they do anything.
That's the
and
opposite of
it's not
That
only that,
is,
but if a woman has a miscarriage, they're gonna dig into her medical history to find out whether or not she caused the miscarriage to happen.
possibly charge
This
her with
is
a crime.
to be able to charge her with fucking murder.
well, and then again, it's going to cause women who are miscarrying to not get any health care because they're afraid that they'll go to jail because they had a miscarriage. Really?
Explain to me.
punishment enough.
When
Explain to me how this is the party of small government. How is this the party of small goddamn government? Tell me that.
How is it a party of family values,
Exactly.
which they sell all the time? No. Everything, I swear, everything that they say they believe in, they just project shit.
So again,
You
Idaho, Idaho.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, Mr. Chick, I was going to say something earlier, but I didn't get a chance. You said you was bawling because these women were telling their stories at that round table. Well, I'm sure Chief Justice Roberts was bawling whenever they had to put that fence up around the damn courthouse.
it was the
Oh.
most excruciating thing he's ever had
Oh
to do in
my
his
God.
tenure as
Sure it
Chief
was.
Justice.
Gee, golly gee. And then there was people out
Please.
in the street by his house. Oh my God.
oh my
That's
God.
not-
Welcome to America.
Mhm.
It's the laws they pass, baby. You know. Oh Lord, there's so much going on. That
There is.
yes,
We
and every
we
day
have
is
to
more
vote,
important.
you guys.
We need to.
We can do something about this.
It is the
we
only
have
thing that we
to
can do.
vote.
Is write
On
letters.
every level of our government, we have to vote.
We have to be involved. We have to be informed. You have to know what's going on because bullshit on TV, they'll throw anything out there. They got 24-hour news cycle. They got to come up with some shit out of their ass every day to keep you entertained or on the edge of your seat. But dig below the headline. That's the best thing I can tell you is dig below the headline. There's more there than what you think.
Right now, everybody's distracted by a missing submersible. you
Yes,
know?
right now, and indeed, I hope they find them, but it's not looking
I do
good.
too.
It's not
No,
looking
it's
good.
not.
They have very little time left to be able to find them and get them out.
Less
And,
than 40 hours now.
Yeah,
I think.
less than 40 hours, and that clock ticking by. That 40 hours was an hour ago.
I hate to sound insensitive, but if some thrill-seeking millionaires drown in the ocean, well, that's the least of my worries.
Well,
Hey,
it does.
you know what? I made a comment earlier in the chat.
And
when
he's not a
everybody in the
millionaire,
chat
he's a
was talking
billionaire.
about this.
Whatever,
Check this
shit.
out. if you take a Bud
doesn't
Light
matter.
tin can down to 13,000 feet, everybody knows you're supposed to have two PC gaming controllers to run that damn thing.
That's what That's what they're making a lot of issue because it is controlled by a game controller, a simple.
A 13-year-old game controller.
Yeah.
Right. But
But,
mind you, unlike some of our, compadres on the other side of the line, I don't care whether they're millionaires or not.
Yeah.
It's just sad. It's just sad. I hope for the best, but it doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good. The gentleman we're referencing and his son, the billionaire, has been to space, has been as deep as the Marianas Trench, which is one of the deepest areas in the world. He's an adventure seeker, and this was an adventure for him. And the best I can say is, if you die doing what you wanted to do. We should all be so lucky.
But they all knew it was risky. They do.
They knew what they were going into.
They said it was an experimental vessel, and it was made out of carbon fiber and not steel.
Yes,
so
it has been used before. It is relatively new, only built in the last couple of years, and it's carbon fiber.
Has gone off the radar before. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well,
I'm gonna give $250,000 to somebody to take me down to a depth where,
that's 2.5 miles under.
the pressures may not be the device might not be able to withstand the pressures at that point.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
make it imploded. I swear
It'll be sad if they perish.
Jeff Bezos' dick rocket or jump into the ocean at 13,000 feet and you got a whole lot of money to get the fuck off this planet. Y'all knock yourselves out.
I just think it'd be sad if they died in their quest, but you got the opportunity to die doing what you wanted to do. And so many people in this world don't get that chance, baby.
You know what's fucked up? Is that if they'd survived 4 or 5 days and they only got one pee bottle.
Yeah. I think that pee bottle will be the last of my worries, baby. But no, we hope they do. I look at it from my days in the service. I flew in P-3s, that aircraft that's circling out there that's from the Canadian Navy to search for it. It drops sonobuoys in the water. Listening microphones, baby. You fart underwater and we will hear your ass. I know.
Yeah.
So,
do that.
yeah. If there's anything.
Timothy says that these are rich people's problems, and I agree with him. I'm not going to die.
I don't wish
that.
anybody
I'm not
harm.
getting blown up in some space rocket for tourist reasons either.
I can't say if I was a billionaire and I had a chance to go to space and, okay, get me on the rocket, I want to go, and it blew up on the way. I went out with at least the liftoff, baby.
Don't cry
that's
for
the way
me.
don't cry for me.
When I'm doing something he liked skiing, okay?
Nobody wants to run into a tree, though. We
Nobody.
all take risk in
That's
life.
hurt.
Every day you get in a car and drive down the
across
highway.
the street on certain days
There
is
you
a
go.
risk. So come on.
Any one of us could get it any time, at any moment.
Some things in life you only get to do once, though.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
was watching that big asteroid that was coming by.
I want to know if you can hit the right credits button.
Is it time to hit the credits button? Look at there. Time flies. And on the first try. How I like that shit. I could hit all them other buttons, but I finally got it right on one. I got to get all that other stuff fixed because I didn't hit any of the other buttons tonight. That's what happens when we get into conversation. We just let it flow, and John forgets everything. John, I hope tomorrow is going. I'm thinking, I ain't got shit to do tomorrow, and I might not do shit tomorrow. I'm pretty. By before noon today, I was covered in sweat and could barely stand. It was brutal out there, and I had to make a run to the dump today, and so me and Tyler got out there early this morning trying to load up that trailer and trying to get there. If you live in a place with acreage, you always have that one place where you always throw the old TV or the old vacuum cleaner or whatever it is that you got to get rid of goes in a pile, and now I'm working on getting my pile out of here. And yeah, I made a pretty good dent in it today. I only got 1 or 2 more trips, and it'll all be gone. But it's an accumulation of shit over 20 years, so
Well, yeah.
it's
Just, you know,
fun.
you don't have to do it on the hottest day of the year.
Yeah, that's my thing. Let's do it. Let's wait until it's just steaming ass hot to do
Had
everything.
all winter. He could have done it all winter, but no.
No. And then we got to the dump and they changed the rules. What?
Oh,
Yeah. And see, there's always been lane 1, lane 2. You got garbage from the house, kitchen shit, go lane 2, no problem, get in and out. Oh, you got junk. Oh, get in lane 1. And lane 1's got a line. And sometimes the line gets long. That's all right. It's what I was expecting today. I knew I'm going to lane 1. Nope. Get there today and the dump has a new thing. Is there any metal in that trailer? Yeah, there's some old bicycles in there and some stuff. Oh, you see that dirt road? Yeah. Well, you got to go back there. You see that hill? Yeah. Go past the hill. Keep following the road. Keep following the arrows. That's where you got to dump all the metal. Son of a bitch. So we have to drive all the way back up in there. If you would have known that you had to separate the metal from everything else, well, we would have packed different.
yeah.
But we didn't. So it was unload and load and back to the lane 1 so we could dump the rest of the stuff. Anyway, it was an adventure. It took a whole lot longer than expected.
A bunch of
A
metal
lot
off.
sweatier than it
Right.
needed to be.
The only thing left now is wood. From projects around the house when we did things and had junk wood or took a wall out or something like that, then now that's the junk that's left. It's easier. It all goes to lane 1, so I don't have any metal left. So it'll be easier next time. But that's life, baby. Every day you got a little something you got to do. I'm lucky.
Well,
My day
I
didn't
gotta
involve hospitals or
Well, it's
or
going to be
drama.
inside, whatever it is
Huh?
for me. I'm not going outside. It's going to be inside, whatever I do.
Yeah, I'm thinking about staying in tomorrow. Because I think
John,
we're
I'm gonna ask you
projected
a
for
question.
104 tomorrow, so I don't know.
John.
Huh?
About your neighbor, have you talked to him? How are they? Your new neighbors?
My new neighbor,
Yeah, have you talked to him?
he hadn't moved in yet. His trailer's still
Oh,
down the road.
okay.
The lot's ready.
Okay.
I think they're having trouble with the, I think they have to have a new electric pole put in. It's for him
Well,
to
I
hook up to, so I think he's parked down the street until the power company comes out and fixes that pole.
Hopefully he's one of the good ones.
I hope, the neighbor on the other side, they've cleaned up their whole lot. I did, I made it a point because, well, never mind. I'm going to leave that lay there. They cleaned up their lot, and I'm glad to see it. But no, we've had no problems here in the last little while, and I hope it stays that way. Butt boy down the street is still butt boy. So what do you want to know? That guy ain't never going to change. So I don't worry about him. He makes an ass out of himself. All you'd have to, drive up and down my street. You'll know what house he it is. He's the only one with the signs still up. Are you shitting me? 2.5 years
The old
later?
signs.
God knows. Take down the signs, buddy. Come on. Don't be an asshole. That's all. DBAA. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming in tonight. It was a loose night, but we got a little political discussion going on. But like I said at the beginning of the show, this show is about 2 things: love and politics, baby. We talk about it. We intermix it. We slide from one subject to another, and that's okay with me. There's no rigid schedule or set way we do this. Not yet. It's been suggested I do, but I like to let it flow because I love the family the way it is. Anyway, James,
Yeah.
thank you for coming in, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you for letting me come
There
in.
you go. Always enjoy your voice in here. You're welcome anytime, brother.
Appreciate it.
All right. DJ,
Yeah.
Thank you.
John.
thank you for coming in. Always enjoy it when you come in.
Can I shout out to Linda
Nope.
Gallup?
Nope,
and
can't do
Arnold?
that. Nope.
Well, I just want to let her know that I am available for lunch on Sunday.
Who?
Linda Gallup, she lives 12 miles from me up in Arnold, the Blue member. She comes in here sometimes on the show, Linda.
I did see y'all made contact. I saw that in y'all's conversation, that you realized that y'all live pretty close to each other.
Yeah, so she
There you
wants to
go.
meet Monday, but I thought I was going to go out of town, but I'm not now. So
Oh,
I'm
well, good.
available
I hope
for-
y'all do meet up. I'm lucky I got Joe Garcia about 10 miles from me. Randy
Mhm.
Peterson when he gets back from California. Yeah, when he gets out done doing the California thing. Anyway, DJ, thank you for coming in, brother. We appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you, John.
Indeed. And Miss Chick,
Yes, John.
thank you, baby. Thank you for
You're welcome.
always keeping us on track, darling.
Well, thanks for letting us just spew when we need to spew.
Let the spewing begin. Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate it tremendously.
You're
And
welcome. I just want to tell
what? What do you want to tell?
Nana Lovely, and any of the other lovelies out there. If you come on into the Blue Room, you'd be surprised who you can connect with and
Indeed.
talk to anytime
Indeed.
you want to.
Indeed. I try to tell everybody, look, come on Discord. Discord is a free app. There's no charge for it all. Go in there and look for a Blue Dot in Texas. You'll be able to find the Blue Room, the live room. You can come in. If you come into the live room, does not mean you have to come on live on the show. If you want to, you can raise your hand and we'll bring you into the show. But right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people that are not on the show but are in the show. They're down in the audience in the Discord. And then every day when we end the show, we all run over to the Blue Room. And that's when you better pull up your britches and pull your hat down tight. Anyway, it's a great time had by all. And as Miss Chick would tell you, to remind you to like, share, and subscribe. And the buttons are right down there. Right, Miss Chick?
That's right. You gotta share that shit.
Got to share that shit. Thank you very much, baby. And
You're
Bernadette,
Yes, sir.
darling, I love you for so many reasons. Thank
love
you
you,
so
Tammy.
much for pioneering the assistance that Tammy needed, and all of that went so well, and it wouldn't have had you not stepped in and done what you did. So from this
Yeah.
whole Blue Dot family, baby, thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Just here to support and help as much as I possibly can.
Well, you're doing
And,
a damn good job of it.
I am impressed by this family. When they step up to the plate, they really do step up to the
They
plate.
do. They
And
do.
it's hard as hell to impress me, guys. Okay.
It's Bart Larson, get your ass on Discord. I see you said eventually get on Discord. Get on there, buddy. We need your ass in there. Anyway, thank everybody in this Blue Dot family for having the heart that you do, for being concerned not only about politics and the direction of this nation, but you care about each other. And in my book, that's probably the best benefit of this whole family.
That's
Anyway.
what Blue Dots. That's what it means to me.
That's what it means to me, baby. Anyway, I love you all for being here. Y'all take care of yourself. We'll be back here again Thursday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So gather up all the shit and then bring it with you and come enjoy your time. And in the meantime, y'all say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.